Most people think financial success is about how much money you make, but the truth is, it's about how much money you keep. If you want to stop living paycheck to paycheck, you need to master two financial superpowers. Let's get into them. The first financial superpower is delayed gratification. Remember that marshmallow test that parents were doing around last year that was trending on TikTok, where they put a marshmallow and tell their kid they can only eat it when they come back? Well, that test happens for you every month when you get your salary. In the world we live in, tapping is the easiest thing you can do. So you need to teach yourself how to say no to yourself, how to say not now to yourself. Because every time you buy something on impulse, you are not only losing out on the money you've spent, but also the compound interest you would have generated if you invested that money. This is something that I actually had to do at one point when I was in an unfurnished apartment. And I really wanted this Mr. Price couch that was 10,000 Rand, but I didn't have 10,000 Rand. And the easiest thing would have been to just actually go and buy it on credit. But we actually lived in that apartment and we would watch TV sitting on a blanket. And we would even have guests over and they would sit on the same blanket while I saved to buy that couch. So it is possible to actually delay gratification. The next superpower is strategic downgrading. So this one is when you cut back on things that you don't need or cut back on things that don't bring you joy so that you can focus on the things that do bring you joy. And this is a very good tool to actually help you to get out of debt. I remember when my sister and I were living in a two-bed apartment with a roommate, and when she moved out, this place was actually expensive for us, and we knew we didn't want to live with somebody else. So what we did is we moved from a two-bedroom apartment to a one-bedroom apartment. We were already sleeping in one room, so we in essence didn't really need the other room. So just figure out some things in your life as well that you don't really need at this point. Things that you can do away with. If you can move to a less expensive place, if you can drive a less expensive car, if the car that you're driving is actually taking a lot of your income. But this one requires a bit of an ego death because we are taught so much to place our value on the things that we have. You know, we want to impress people with the cars that we drive, we want to impress people with the apartments that we live in. So it is actually very hard to downgrade, and that's why I would consider it a superpower. So it isn't necessarily that you need more money. It's rather that you need more discipline in your life. And if you don't master this art, then even if your salary increases, you are still going to have the same problems with money.